Hey everybody, are you ready for part 4 of Total Beginner Ukulele Lesson? All right, let's get to it. We're gonna use something we've already learned in a previous video when we did lesson 1, which was Lime in the Coconut using a C7 chord. If you haven't done that lesson, go back to that one. Learn how to play the C7, learn how to play Lime in the Coconut. All right, but now we're gonna add a second chord that we have not covered on any of the videos so far. We're gonna do an F chord, all right? Now this is gonna be a 2-finger chord, so it's gonna be a little bit harder, all right? So we're gonna go back to that A minor chord that we learned in the second video, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G, C, E, A, G string, giant cockroaches eat apples, right? A minor chord, right? Now, here's the harder part. You're gonna put your pointer finger on the 1st fret of the G, C, E, A, E string, the string that's second closest to the floor, and put your pointer finger there. Now, here's how it should sound. All right? Rainbows and bridges, like I explained before, rainbows and bridges. These 2 fingers need to go over the other strings without touching them. If you touch them, they will be muted and the chord will not be complete. So just do the best you can. Sometimes you need to jet your hand forward a little bit so you can get above the other strings and come down on the correct strings. All right, so today's lesson is going to focus on going between F and C7. F and C7. Now, if you notice, my hand is sort of rocking back and I'm putting the meat of my pointer finger on the G, C, E, A string for that C7, but then I'm rolling the point of the finger back to go on the E string. So just try to do that the best you can. You don't have to go as fast as me. You can pause the video and practice this a whole bunch. C7, F, C7, F. Go ahead and say it out loud. No one's watching. C7, F. That'll build up your muscle memory so your brain knows exactly where to go when you see an F on the page or a C7 on the page. F, C7, F, C7. All right, so I explained in some of the other videos that if you learn 1 chord, you can play hundreds of songs. You learn 2, thousands of songs, and et cetera, et cetera. This is the 2-chord song, 2 chords that you can learn thousands of songs. And I know people are like, oh, you're over-exaggerating. Thousands of songs. I have a medley that I put together years ago that I have used to teach people, and I've also used to perform this just to show audiences like, hey, ukulele is pretty accessible, and you can learn lots of cool songs with just 2 chords. So I tell them, hey, watch this hand, but I'm gonna sing these 5 or 6 songs, parts of them. But even after that, even after we learn this medley, I'm going to show you the medley. Even after that, I'm going to go through a list of even more songs that you can add on there. So that way, you know, if you're like, hey, I really don't like that song, you can practice it with any of the songs. But focus on the technique of switching chords from F to C7 because a lot of songs in the key of C will do that. So, and also in the key of F. So you just, either way, you want to learn how to do this so that way you can apply it to songs that you enjoy in the future. All right, so basically we're going to count to 4, tapping our foot first and then strumming, and then switching to C7 for 4 and back and forth, all right? And at any time you can pause the video, practice on your own, come back, try it out with me again. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this because you can pause it, but I'm going to just do this at first, and then we're going to get to the medley that I came up with. All right. So right foot, tap 1, 2, 3, 4, then start strumming. Say the chord out loud when we're doing it. I'm going to count also. I'm going to say the chord, 2, 3, 4, the other chord, 2, 3, 4. So we can keep track. After a while, I'm going to stop counting. You just keep going. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. C7. 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. C7. 2, 3, 4. Try not to speed up. All right, we're going to stop here. Now, in this medley, we're not going to strum a chord just 4 times. It's actually going to be 8 times each. The chord sheet is Jambalaya Medley. So if you have that sheet, you can look along. If you don't, we're just going to count to 8. The other hint of when to change a chord is at the end of each line. So we're going to start off with an F chord. When we get to the end of the line, the last word or last couple of syllables, depending on which song it is, we're going to switch to whatever chord you aren't on. So if you're on F, you're going to switch to C7. If you're on C7, you're going to switch back to F at the end of the line. You stay on that chord. So once you switch, we start the next line on that same chord, and we don't switch again until it gets to the end of the next line. Some people have a habit of switching chord, then they start a new line, you have to switch to a new chord. This one you don't. You just stay on the chord you're on until you get to the end of the line, switch, and we'll do it. All right, so I'm going to show you the very beginning of Jambalaya. I call this the Jambalaya Medley, but it's 5 or 6 different songs. But it's 8 strums. Now, the way I do it when I perform it, I actually only strum 4 times the first time I do it. Then it's 8 C7s, 8 Fs, 8 C7s, 8 Fs, 8 C7s for the rest of the song. Because I sort of start the song off, goodbye, Joe, you gotta go, me, oh, my, oh. Me gotta go down to Pico, down the bayou. Pronunciation. My one, sweetest one, me, oh, my, oh. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. That was just a demonstration. This time we're actually going to count. Actually, this one I don't really count on. I just say, goodbye, Joe, and I start right there. And that's my first of 4 strums at the beginning. Everything after that is 8 strums each. So, yeah, let's just see if we can pull this off. I'm not going to do everything. If you happen to have the song sheet, I'm not going to do every verse because it's going to take too long, but I want to demonstrate to the people who don't have the song sheet how you can use this to play a whole bunch of different songs. Now, some of these songs do have different parts where they aren't just 2 chords, but most of them are just 2 chords the whole from beginning to end. All right, so let's start off with that. Get your F chord ready. And remember, at the end of each line, we're going to switch to C7, into the next line, back to F, all right? All right, I'm going to say goodbye, Joe, all right? Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go, me, oh, my, oh. Me gotta go down to Pico, down the bayou. My Yvonne, the sweetest one, me, oh, my, oh. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Went down south to see my Sal, saying Polly Walla Doodle all the day. My Sally is a spunky gal, saying Polly Walla Doodle all the day. Fairly well, fairly well, fairly well, my fairly fay. For I'm going to Alabama to see my Susanna, saying Polly Walla Doodle all the day. All right, we're going to switch to another one. Thought I heard the captain say, pay me my money down, tomorrow's a sailing day. Pay me my money down, oh pay me, oh pay me. Pay me my money down, pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down, let's see. Shake, 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 senora, shake your body line. Work, 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 senora, work it all the time. Dance, 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 senora, dance your body line. Work, 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 senora, work it all the time. Another one. My flag boy and your flag boy sitting by the fire. My flagpole to your flagpole, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talk about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. Iko one day. Chakamafina, I'm not name. Chakamafina, nay. All right, let me see if I can remember some more. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to oot ooples and bananas. I like to oat opals and bananas. If you know this song, you'll know what I'm doing, but that's a good kid song. There's another one that says like I like to eat worms or something, and Tulsa time is only 2. I'll tell you what, I'll just go ahead and I'll make a list and I'll put them here for you for an idea. And another great thing about these 2-chord songs is right now we're working with F and C7, but you could actually find other chords, other 2 chords to go with that also. Dream Baby is another one that only uses C7 and F, but it actually starts on C7. I'll do the chorus real quick, but it starts on C7. First line is C7, second line is C7, third line is F, fourth line back to C7. Sweet dream, baby. I might be going a little faster now. Sweet dream, baby, to the F. Sweet dream, baby. How long must I dream? Here's the verse. Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams the whole day through. Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams, nighttime too. To the F. I love you and I'm dreaming of you, but that won't do. Dream, baby, make me stop dreaming, make my dreams come true. Back to the verse. Now, technically, they switch way more often than what I'm switching here, but that's the way I teach it for beginners. So that way you can just concentrate on learning the words to the song, staying in time, getting the strums. And all of those songs, just like I've shown you in previous videos, you're not going to be doing this. You can do it, but eventually you're going to be swinging it a little bit or adding a island strum or something else. All right, I'm going to add this into this video. You could also play I Want Candy, a more advanced version of this, but we're using a C instead of a C7, right? Go back to the video, C. If you haven't done this I Want Candy yet, go back to the original, learn it. But now we're going to add that F chord. Use your pointer and your middle. Ring finger there, pointer, middle, pointer, middle. All right. So I Want Candy, we learned how to go, I want candy, and then we just sort of sit here. I want candy, but it actually has a sort of a bo diddly strum or a beat at the end of each line. So let me show you what that is. So it's 4 strums of C regular, and then we go C, 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 F, C. I want candy, C, 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 F, C. I want candy, C, 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 F, C. So if you need to, pause the video and just practice switching between those 2 chords and go as slow as you need to. C, 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 F, C. C, 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 F, C. People call that the bo diddly strum or bo diddly beat. Bo Diddley had a song that's like, hey, Bo Diddley, hey, Bo Diddley. Lots of other songs had that beat before he did it, but he put his name on it, and now people are saying it that's the kind of beat it is. But you'll, as you listen to music in your car and movies and stuff like that, you'll start to hear that in certain songs. You're like, oh, that's the Bo Diddley strum. So now you can say, I can do that. Now this one is in the key of C for I Want Candy. But there you go. So let's try that with just the chorus. I want candy, C, C, C. I want candy, Here's the verse. I know a girl who's tough but sweet. She's so fine she can't be beat. Got everything that I desire. Set the summer sun on fire. I want candy. And we could go on and go on. So for even a more advanced version of that, sort of like we do with jambalaya and stuff like that, I want candy. I want candy. Later on. But just to let you know that every song's not going to sound the same, especially since you have the bowed leaf strum on this one. It definitely adds a lot. It's got an easy chorus, so when you're playing it, people will jump in and start singing it, no matter where you are. I'm at bars, restaurants, nursing homes, schools. People just start singing along. So there you go. So sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. Sweet dream, baby. How long must I dream? And I think when I'm doing jambalaya, goodbye, Joe. Me gotta go, be on my own. Me gotta go down to Pico, down the bayou. And I think that's the same thing that I do for most of those other songs that are in the medley. So I'll put a list of songs there, and for those of you who are the Patreon and stuff, you'll get the chord sheets and stuff, but I'll probably post them somewhere for everybody anyways. So, all right. So there you go. That's a great start. And like I said, you can find other songs that use only those two chords, or you can find other chords to play all of those songs. I'm trying to find if there's another one close. Oh, Melt With You. That's another one, 80s hit, but it actually uses a C instead of a C7, but it's these two songs. All right. And I think How Much Is That Doggy in the Window uses those two chords also. I'll put a list there too, and I'll put C7 at the top of that, the FC7 on top of one list and FC for the other one, but it's exactly the same. The chord usually changes at the end of each line. So, all right, that's part 4. So we got part 5 coming up. Stick around. Great job.